The mask girl. Students whispered and laughed. Why does she wear that stupid thing? Maybe she's hiding something hideous. Halima ignored them. She was used to the taunts, the stares, and the whispers. The truth was, she wore the mask not because of how she looked but because of what people made her. Flashback, the reason for the mask. 2 years ago, Halima had an accident that left a deep scar across her cheek. Before that, she had been an ordinary girl, maybe not the most popular, but happy. The scar became a source of mockery. Every cruel comment chipped away at her confidence until one day, she stopped showing her face entirely. Her mother had tried to console her. "You're beautiful, Halima. The scar doesn't define you." But Halima didn't believe her. One day, she found an old cartoon mask in her room. She wore it as a joke at first, but when it made her invisible to the cruelty of others, she never took it off. Halima sat in class, doodling in her notebook. Despite her insecurities, she was an incredible artist. Her drawings were vibrant and full of life, a stark contrast to how she felt inside. Her art teacher, Mr. Ode, often praised her talent. "Halima, you have a gift," he said one day after class. "Why don't you enter the art competition this year? Your work deserves to be seen." Halima shook her head. "No one wants to see anything from a girl who hides behind a mask." Mr. Ode sighed. "One day, you realize you're much stronger than you think." During lunch, a group of popular kids led by Tasha, the queen bee of the school, decided to take things too far. "Let's see what's behind that mask," Tasha said, smirking. They cornered Halima in the hallway. Before she could react, Tasha snatched the mask off her face. The hallway went silent. Everyone stared at Halima's scar. Some gasped, others whispered. Tasha laughed cruelly. "So that's what you've been hiding." "No wonder." Halima froze, her face burning with shame. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she grabbed her mask and ran out of the school. Halima didn't go to school for days. She stayed in her room, refusing to eat or talk to anyone. Her mother, worried, sat by her bedside. "Halima, I know it hurts. But hiding won't make it go away. You have so much to offer the world, don't let their words steal that from you." Her mother's words stirred something in her. That night, Halima picked up her sketchbook and began to draw. She poured all her pain, anger, and hope into a piece she called The Girl Behind the Mask. Encouraged by her mother and Mr. Ade, Halima decided to submit her drawing to the school art competition. The day of the event, she walked into the auditorium without her mask. Heads turned, but this time, Halima held her head high. Her artwork was unveiled, a self-portrait of a girl wearing a cracked mask, with light shining through the cracks. The judges were stunned, and the audience erupted into applause. When Halima stepped forward to explain her piece, her voice trembled but grew stronger as she spoke. "I wore a mask because I thought it was the only way to protect myself. But I've realized that my scars don't define me, they're a part of my story. And I'm not hiding anymore." The next day at school, something surprising happened. Students who had mocked Halima now greeted her with respect. Tasha tried to apologize, but Halima simply smiled. "I don't need your apology, Tasha. Just don't treat anyone else the way you treated me." Halima began to embrace who she was. She joined the art club, made new friends, and even started helping others who felt out of place. Halima walked through the school hallway, maskless, her scar visible but her confidence shining brighter. She passed by a group of students who smiled and waved at her. For the first time in years, she smiled back without hesitation. Halima learned that true strength comes from embracing who you are, not hiding from the world. And in doing so,